Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the...
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He'll find his tight end. That's Ben Braunecker. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 74 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll toss to Davis. And a reinforcement. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Davis. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this is going to be caught.
He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 23. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Offense.
And that'll set him back 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins caught on the right side by Treadwell. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a run with Montgomery. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense getting the football back here, but I want to talk about their defense through 3 weeks of the season. Look, we knew it was going to be a good defense, and they haven't disappointed so far.
No, they haven't, but they still think that they can play better because they're ranked in the top 10.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers.
Touchdown, Vikings. Chad Beebe, 44 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. This is taken at his 4. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I liked it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment,
I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On play action, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. He scored on the ground and through the air, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 5. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Play fake. Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because
This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now Trubisky on first down. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Cousins on first down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. To throw, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. taking it in from 4 yards out, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. And you mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing now is Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. He's back to throw as they get the stoppage with a look. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? They've even gone for it at all. Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as